Join me as I dive into the world of moving and challenge myself to find out the absolute best day to move according to professional movers. When it comes to moving, there are so many variables to consider, from packing and logistics to finding the right moving company. But have you ever stopped to think about the actual day you're going to make the big move? It might seem like a minor detail, but trust me, it can make all the difference in the world. Moving can be a time-consuming task, and one of the biggest challenges people face is simply choosing the right moving date. You've got to consider factors like cost, availability, and logistics. If you're moving locally, you might be able to get away with a quick weekend move, but if you're moving cross-country, you'll need to plan way ahead of time. And let's not forget about the moving company. Are they even available on the date you need them? It's a lot to think about, and it can be overwhelming. Add to that the fact that most people have to take time off work to move, and you're looking at a serious financial hit. And if you've got kids, you've got to worry about getting them out of school or finding childcare on the moving day. It's a lot of plates to spin, and it can be really stressful. And that's all before you even start thinking about the actual moving process, the packing, the loading, the driving. It's exhausting just thinking about it. But what if I told you that there's a way to make it all easier? What if I told you that there's a specific day or time frame that professional movers swear by? A day that can save you time, money, and a whole lot of stress. So what's the magic formula? Well, it turns out that professional movers take a lot of factors into consideration when recommending a moving date. They think about peak seasons for one thing. You might think that summer is the best time to move, what with the kids being out of school and all, but the reality is that it's peak moving season, which means prices are higher and availability is lower. They also think about weekdays versus weekends. Did you know that weekday moves are often cheaper and more efficient than weekend moves? But what about the day of the week? Is there a specific day that's better than others? After talking to movers and digging through the data, I'm excited to reveal that the best day to move is Wednesday. That's right. Wednesday is the unsung hero of moving days. It's far enough away from the weekend that you're not dealing with weekend traffic and crowds, but close enough that you can still get a decent rate from your moving company. Plus, it's often a slower day for movers, which means you're more likely to get a better deal. Wednesday also gives you a bit of a buffer before the weekend, which means you've got some time to unpack and get settled before the chaos of the weekend sets in. And if you're moving locally, it's often easier to get time off work on a Wednesday than it is on a Monday or Friday. It's all about finding that sweet spot, and Wednesday is it. So, there you have it. The best day to move, according to professional movers. By choosing the right moving day, you can save time, money, and a whole lot of stress. And remember, it's all about finding that sweet spot, that perfect balance between cost, convenience, and sanity. Thanks for tuning in, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your own moving horror story, or what's the best moving tip you've ever received? And if you're looking for more moving tips and tricks, be sure to check out my other videos. I've got a whole series on moving and organization that's packed with useful info.